In between OL tag, we have list item, that is LI. IMG tag is used to insert an image into a website. The purpose of this language is to present information on the internet, that is through website or web pages. BR tag is a line break and it is not a paid tag, so we have to use it exactly as it is once. Dear students, welcome to Computer Science Revision Classes. I am Ravi Kumar KR, lecturer in Computer Science, Vidhyaashram PU College, Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. Students, let us start our discussion with the chapter 17, Web Designing. The weightage of the chapter is 4 marks, 1 1-mark questions and 1 3-mark question. Total weightage is 4 marks. Now, in this chapter, we are going to discuss about introduction to web designing or web page and so on, HTML structure, formatting tags, tables, frame, web hosting and web scripting concepts. Now let us start with the introduction part of web designing. So here, first of all, we will see this Tim Berners-Lee had invented HTML language. So this chapter deals with a computer language, HTML, that is hypertext markup language. So here it is a language, it is a computer language. It is possible to present information on the internet. So we are using HTML, many of the computer languages, C, C++, Java and so on. Similarly, HTML is also a computer language and the purpose of this language is to present information on the internet, that is through website or web pages. It is easy to learn and it is used to make websites and it is a not case sensitive language. You might have come across language C++, what you have been learning now. It is a case sensitive language, but HTML is a not case sensitive language and it can be created using text editor like Notepad. And here, as we are using a C++ editor for writing C++ program, but here we are using HTML language or programming through editor. This is Notepad, that is a text editor. And the file must be saved as using the extension name .html. So here you know that how to save HTML file. First write the tags in Notepad, then save the file as file name .html. Now, in order to execute the programming, use any of the web browser. Now you know how to compile and execute C++ program and how do we execute HTML files, and it has to be executed by opening the program or file in any of the web browser. So this is how to open, write and execute HTML files. Now let us see what is a structure of HTML language, and each and every language has its own structure. Now let us see the HTML structure. First start with HTML. It indicates the beginning of HTML. Next head tag, and it indicates beginning of heading section of an HTML. Title tag, and this is a title tag. It gives a document a title which appears on the browser's menu bar. Next head, we are closing head tag here. So from here, and title tag is in between head tags here. Next body tag, it defines the body of the HTML document. So any tags of HTML has to be written inside this body tag. Then write different types of tags here. Then close HTML body tag, and next we have to close HTML. And here the /, it indicates it is a end tag here. Here head tag /head and /body /HTML, it defines end tag, and here /HTML, it indicates end of HTML document. So this is the structure of HTML program. Next, let us see the what are web page layout. Now all of you are familiar with internet, website, and you know how to browse the net. So here if you look into that, we have different sections. So it indicates the web page layout. It is generally this is a standard layout of web page. So you look into this. This is a header section, navigations menu, and this is the content here, and the main content, and this is the footer. And this content part can be designed as per your requirement. So this is the basic or a standard layout of web page. And here address box, it enters a domain name, and navigation menu, it is forward or backward navigating pages or web pages, and header and footer at the top and bottom of your web page, and with forms and tables. So it is also possible to have forms and tables in your HTML document or in website or web page. So this is layout of web page. Now let us learn or look into that the HTML tags. So here B stands for bold. You know how to use this tag. This is open tag and this is close tag, and always close tag with /. So this is called a paired tag. So this opening tag and this is closed tag. So here B for bold, italics, I for italics. Also you look at the syntax and example here. U for underline and SUB, it is called subscript. Now look at the example here. This subscript, and here the definition is that the text appears below the normal line. If you observe this, see this will be the normal line generally, and it appears below the normal line, that is subscript. Similarly, SUP, it is a superscript. So here SUP, here the text appears above the normal line. That is the definition of superscript and subscript. Now another different tags here. One is big, it increases size by 1, and small, decreases size by 1, and heading tag, what you have seen in the head tag. So there are 6 levels of heading, H1 to H6. So H1 it is the biggest heading and H6 is the smallest font or heading font, and the font tag, and this is the examples for different HTML tags. Next we will see P stands for paragraph tag. So any tag, it adds a paragraph break after a text. So if you want to display content in the form of paragraph, then we can make use of P tag. It is again paired tag, open and close P tag. And next one is left attribute and BR. Here this paragraph, it has an attribute like left, right, center. So any paragraph, okay, you can align either left of your web page or right and center. Next one is line break. BR tag is a line break, and it is not a paid tag, so we have to use it exactly as it is once. So if you use a line break or BR tag, it gives a single line break after the tag, or whenever there is a text, it gives a single line break. So this is BR tag. Next, in the next we will see list. What are list? It allows to group a set of related item in a list. Now we know what is a list. List is nothing but, for example, student list. If you want to make a list, we start with a serial number 1, 2, 3 and so on. Maybe a student list or maybe a provision list. Any sort of list, it starts with a number 1, 2, 3, 4, or maybe with different special characters. So based on that, there are 2 types of list. One is ordered list, second one is unordered list. So here ordered list is nothing but the items or list item appears with the numbers 1, 2, 3, or maybe Roman number 1, 2, 3, or alphabets A, B, C and so on. And unordered list is nothing but, so it is a list with a special characters like a star, asterisk, tick mark, everything. We can have a list with unordered list or with special characters, that is unordered list. And now let us see what are number listing. So it is again a type of ordered list. So here we can have different types of numbered list. So plain numbers, capital letters, small letters, Roman, capital Roman and small Roman numbers. So we can have all these options to display items in a list. Now let us see What is ordered list here? In ordered list, OL is stands for an ordered list. So ordered list, and next one is, look at the syntax here. LI is a list item. It's a open tag, closed tag, and OL is open tag, and we have closed here. So it's a paired tag. So in between OL tag, we have list item, that is LI. In the example, LI text 1, text 2, text 3, and so on. So when you execute this, or if you open with any of the browser, the output would be like this. If I say OL is a list item 1, 2, 3. So this is a number list. Suppose I want to start with the number 5, then we have to say OL start equal to 5, then list item, then close OL tag. So output will be 5, 6, 7, and this is the text or list item. Again, if I want to start with capital letters A, here A type equals to A, here type equals to A, we are using in OL tag, open OL tag, write the item, then close OL tag. So this is a list with capital letters A. Similarly, we can have list with small letter ABC, Roman numbers, small Roman numbers 1, and again this is Roman numbers 1, 1, 2, 3. So these are all different types of ordered list or numbered list. Next HTML tag is links tag or link. So what are a link? It is used to produce a links, that is called A tag. A stands for anchoring here. See, this link means we are going to connect the web page from one web page to another web page within a website, or from one web page to another web page of different website. That is, we are using links. So here the syntax will be A. A is the open tag here, A, href, and URL address, and close A here. So in this one, A stands for anchor tag, okay, and href is the defining or source of the file or destination address, and this is the URL. So this is the URL of the website where we are connecting from a present website web page to this particular website. Now href, next is specify the tags page, and text is add a text which acts as a link. So here text, it acts as a link. So here you might have come across many examples in while working with the internet, while browsing the internet. So here all link items will appear in blue color, or maybe italics, or it are underlined. So that is the link tag here, or anchor tag used to link from one web page to another web page. Next we have, next one is called inserting image, that is img tag. So img tag is used to insert an image. Here syntax img src equals to image file, close this angle bracket here. So this is the image source. So here this is the place we have to give the image, the file name of image which we want to insert in a web page with a proper address or with the exact path. For example, this is the one thing here. So this is the meaning of this rainbow.jf. This is the file will be inserted within the website. The here img tag is used to insert an image into a website. Next we have background. It is background tag. See here, this is a background tag to add a background to and background image. So here we are going to add a background image to this. It is using along with the body tag here. So it is open a body tag, and here we are writing background equal to file name. So this particular image will be the background of a particular web page or throughout the website. This is background tag. Next we have tables. Now you know what are tables in general. It is a combination of rows and column. So it is possible to display information in the form of tables in HTML. So here we are using table tags. So here under table tag we have different attribute, that is left align the table, right and center. So these are all different attributes we can make use of along with or inside table tag here. Now let us see other Attributes of table tag. So here we have, you can use background. So you can have a background for a particular table, background color, border, and can have a border color, and cell padding and cell spacing. So what is cell padding? The cell padding is the distance between the cell and the content, that is called cell padding. Suppose this is a cell and this the content is A. So what is cell padding is the distance between the content and the cell is called cell padding. And next one is cell spacing. What is cell spacing? Space between the cells, because in a table it is made up of number of cells in the form of rows and columns. So suppose if we have a one more cell, so here, so this is for example B is the content. This is called cell spacing, means the distance between two cells in a table. This is cell spacing. These all different attributes can be make use of in table tag. Now let us see a simple example for HTML tag or HTML code for the example for table tag here. So program start with HTML, head, title, and we are closing the head tag here. Open the body tag. We can use in different HTML tag, center, everything. And here table border we have used here, border color. Now after opening table tag here, the TR stands for table row. So TR, inside that we have TH, here TH stands for table heading, and again open TH, close TH, TH, TH. So we can have number of TH here and close TR. So from here to here, this is one row. Here TR stands for one row. Inside this we have number of columns. In this example, days, subject, morning, evening and night for reading, all together form 5 columns. This is one row. So this is how to use TR tag in a table. So TR tag, this is one row, and again if you want to have one more row, open one more TR tag, write all the details, close TR tag. So this ends the second row. Then again this is row number 3. After row number 3, we are closing this TR tag. Then we have to close the table tag. Here we have used the table tag here. This has to be closed table tag. Then we are closing center, closing the body, closing HTML tag. So this is a simple example to show the how to use a table tag in HTML commands. Next we will see different concept, that is frames. Next concept is frames. So what is HTML frames? Frames are used to divide the web browser window into multiple sections where each section can be loaded separately. So far we have seen the different HTML command. Now it is another concept is frames. What is a frame? Frame is nothing but it is going to divide the web browser window into number of sections. For example, suppose if I assume that this is a web browser window, and here this, and normally we can see different types of content. Now if I want to make this web page into number of sections like this, so here this is nothing but frame, and these frames are this is frame number 2, 1, frame number 3, frame number 4, and here this entire web page is divided into 4 sections, or we say 4 frames. So this 4 frames, this is nothing but multiple sections. This is individual, and all these are individual sections, and each individual section must have its own program, and it loads the program separately, individually. So this is the concept of frames. We can divide the frame into number of rows or number of columns according to your requirement. Now let us see the frame tag. Here the frame is the tag here, and the collection of frames in a browser window. And it is we are using, along with this we have frame set tag. Frame tag, frame set tag, it is a collection of frames in a web page. Now let us see the syntax of this. Now let us see here frame set columns. So here I am going to divide the browser into number of columns. Here it specifies how many columns are contained in a frame set and size of each column. So look at the example here. For example, frame set is a tag. Frame set COLS, it stands for columns. So 100, 500 and 100, I am closing this tag here. I am closing frame set tag here. So the meaning is this: the entire web page is divided into the three values here. We are going to divide into three columns. So three sections. Again, if you look into that, this is 10%, 20%. Again, there are two values. So here there are two columns. Now look, let us see the frame for this. HTML command, frame set columns. Here frame src equals file 1, file 2 and file 3, and we are closing the frame set tag and closing the HTML tag here. So the meaning here is the entire frame set, in this frame set tag we are using three columns, and for all the three columns we are given the source file. That is because all three columns are individual section, which loads the program individually. We are supposed to write a separate program for individual sections in a frame set. Accordingly, this is 1, 2 and 3. So this is a frame set columns where we are dividing the web page into number of columns. Now look at the output would be like this. There we are divided into three columns. Now let us see, next one is the rows. Attributes frame set, it is row. Row means specify how many rows are there in a frame set. So it is called horizontal frame. Again here syntax, frame set rows. In previous slide we have written COLS for columns. It is a rows. Number of values here, there are three values. There are three rows. Again almost same HTML commands. So accordingly we are going to divide this web page into three rows or three sections. Now along with we have different attributes of frame set. One is border. We can have border, frame border and frame spacing. These are all different attributes of frame set tag. SRC, we have seen this. SRC means the source. See, this is what we have seen in the previous example. See, we have written SRC tag, or is a attribute. It means it loads the particular source file to the particular section. Name, this attribute allows you to give the name for a frame. It is also possible to have different names for different sections in a web page. So these are different attributes of frame set tag. Again, this is another syntax where rows and columns. So we can specify how many rows and how many columns in a frame set. The syntax will be frame set rows equals to this and columns equal to this. Here if you observe this, rows, there are two stars here, asterisk here, separated by comma, means there are two rows, and here two columns. It stands for COLS, stands for columns. So star comma star means there are two stars, it indicates two columns. So this is a syntax where we can have two rows and two columns are in a particular web page. Accordingly, the syntax will be like this. And as there are two rows and two columns, there will be four cells, 2 into 2, 4 cells. We are supposed to write a program according for 4 different sections in a frame set. Accordingly, the frame SRC file 1, file 2, file 3 and 4, file 4. We have to close the frame set here, then have to close HTML tag. So accordingly, so this will be the output for this particular website or particular HTML tag here. So this is row 1 and row 2, and this is column 1 and column 2. With this syntax, we have created 4 sections in a web page that is in the form of 2 rows and 2 columns. Student, so far we have discussed about the HTML language and introduction and basic commands of HTML, and also a concept like frame set. Let us continue our discussion in my next class. Thank you very much.